Hey everyone, it's Dr. Joyce Park, T with MD. I am a board certified dermatologist and I make tons of content about skin, hair, and nails. And just now, I came across a video on the Vogue YouTube channel where Hailey Bieber is going over her new morning skincare routine. Now, I've known Hailey for a couple of years. I met her when we were both global ambassadors for bareMinerals, and I've met her in person at a few events, and we also did a video shoot together for one of bareMinerals' new launches. I think this was back in 2020 or 2021. And with all of her success with Rhode, I have been fascinated by her beauty routines, her skincare routines, and just everything she's been doing and disrupting within the world of beauty. So I wanted to do a derm react to her everyday morning routine and watch it together with you guys. So let's get into it together.
Hi Vogue, it's Hailey, and I'm gonna be showing you guys my everyday morning routine and go-to look. So in terms of my skincare, I like to keep it super simple in the daytime. I feel like nighttime is more so where I'm slathered and lathered and glazed and baking so that I can wake up in the morning and not have to do much.
I love that. I also don't do that much in the morning. Mostly because I'm usually running out the door, running after little ones, getting all the breakfast routines ready, and just like, it's a mad dash. But let's see what she actually does in the morning, because I know she has a little one too, so she's probably pretty busy in the mornings as well.
I don't usually wash my face in the morning. I will get up, I'll rinse it with water. I will use a tongue scraper, brush my teeth, oil pulling. That's kind of like my morning ritual that I do.
So she says that she doesn't usually wash her face in the morning, and that's totally fine. I actually also do not wash my face in the morning. I do a thorough double cleanse at night, don't get me wrong, but in the mornings, I find that since my skin is a little bit on the drier side, if I do an extra wash in the mornings, it usually leaves my skin feeling a little dry throughout the day. So I typically just splash some water on my face and then start my morning skincare routine. Now, if you have oily skin or if you're acne prone, you may want to do a cleanse in the morning. So I call the morning cleanse optional.
So what I'd like to start with every day is a good facial spray. And sometimes when I'm really busy in the morning, running out the door, rushing out, up with my son, I will literally just spray my face and I'll walk out the door.
Okay, so she said that sometimes when she's really busy with her son, she'll just spray her face and walk out the door. But I'm hoping that she also has time to slather on some sunscreen. So this first product that she's using, I believe is from her lineup, the Rhode Glazing Mist. So this is marketed as the Glazing Mist Hydrating Facial Spray, and it contains Ectoin, a trio of ceramides, ceramide MP, AP, and EOP, as well as magnolia extract for soothing. So Ectoin is one of those really buzzy ingredients that I've been seeing pop up in a lot of skincare products over the last year to 2 years. And Ectoin, I believe, was first popularized in Korean skincare. That's where I first started hearing about it. In fact, I remember first seeing Ectoin in this amazing Dr. Jart product. The name of it is escaping me, but it came in a jar. It was only available in Korea, and it was yellow, and it had ceramides in it as well. But that had an Ectoin, I believe it was called like a barrier repair cream or something like that, and it was thick, like super thick, and I would use it as a repair kind of recovery cream when my skin barrier was really impaired. And this was, I want to say, at least 3 to 4 years ago. So Ectoin has already been a star ingredient in Korea for many years, and I feel like in the last year I've been seeing it trickle down into American skincare products more and more. So Ectoin is a wonderful humectant. It helps our skin hold on to and retain water, and it also helps a lot with helping to repair the skin barrier. So that's why I personally really like it, and I'm happy to see it making an appearance stateside. Now, this spray also has ceramides, 3 different types of ceramides, and ceramides are kind of like the mortar, the glue that holds your skin cells, which are the bricks, together. So we love ceramides. And then the magnolia extract, an antioxidant that helps with soothing. So I think sprays are nice. It can be kind of a quick and easy way, especially for busy moms on the go, just to get a little bit more hydration into the skin. Would I rely on it as my sole form of hydration? Probably not. But if I were in a hurry, maybe. I also really like sprays for long airplane rides as just like a little bit of a quick pick-me-up kind of mist in a very dry airplane environment.
And the next step is our Rhode glazing milk. I love the glazing milk. I've talked about it a million times. I couldn't say enough things about it. I use it in the morning, at night, as makeup prep. I use it mixed with my foundation to kind of sheer out the foundation and give your skin this really beautiful, luminous second skin kind of a look. It's just such a staple for me and I really could not live without it. I found that since becoming a mom, I'm gravitating towards things and looking for more things that make my routine a lot easier and a lot simpler.
All right. So the next product she puts on is the Rhode Glazing Milk. So let me bring that up here so I can go through the ingredients with you. So this one is kind of like a serum, so another hydrating step. This one contains that same trio of ceramides, the skin identical lipid concentrate. This is the ceramide MP, AP, and EOP, so we know that this is very hydrating. It also contains a blend of magnesium, zinc, and copper, so an antioxidant complex, vitamin E, another antioxidant, and then glycerin, which is a humectant. So this reads to me as a very simple, no frills, no fuss, hydrating serum. I think the main benefit of this is that it will help your skin stay hydrated. This doesn't contain any actives that I think would help you with any of your problem areas, like there's no vitamin C, azelaic acid, niacinamide. But again, I don't think that's the purpose of this product. I think this is purely a hydration product. And so if you feel like your skin is dry, if you need a little boost of hydration for your morning routine, I think this is a fine staple. Would I use it personally? I personally like my hydrating step to also contain some actives that can treat some of my problems. So for example, because I'm busy, I like using a vitamin C serum, one that has the vitamin C for antioxidants, for brightening, but also helps to hydrate. So I kind of like multitaskers that not only hydrate, but also do other things as well. But if you're someone who just needs a little bit of hydration, I think this is a fine product for you. Also, I really love how Hailey's philosophy is simple is best. Skincare does not have to be overcomplicated or really complex or need a lot of steps. Sometimes you really just need to take a look and evaluate what your skin needs and then choose products that target those needs. So I like that she's going for simple, and I feel like this has kind of been her thing for many years. She obviously has very beautiful and great skin to begin with, so she doesn't need a lot of steps. But in general, I like the philosophy of less is more.
And now sunscreen. I love sunscreen that's really hydrating, that's gonna also make your skin glowy. I typically gravitate towards like milkier sunscreens or like a really nice tinted sunscreen. I feel like finding the right sunscreen just takes trial and error, because one of the things that breaks me out the most is sunscreen. Whenever I go to Paris or I go to Europe, I love to go to the pharmacy and like raid the sun care section, because I just think the sunscreens from Europe are so much better than in the US. They're my favorite. And this one I got at the pharmacy when I was in Paris the last time, and I'm obsessed with it, and I wish that I bought 5. When I have leftover, I rub it on my hands, because when you're driving and it's sunny, I just feel like your hands get the brunt of aging.
Okay, so I love that she chose to include sunscreen, and I'm not surprised. Hailey is very educated about skincare, and of course she's not going to forget one of the most important steps in your AM skincare routine, which is sunscreen, sun protection. So the one that she uses here is one that's only available in Europe. I pulled it up here so I could go over the ingredients with you guys. This gold one, it's from Isden, which is a Spanish-based sunscreen skincare company. I've worked with them before, and I'm a huge fan of their Aerofitona line, both tinted and untinted, which is sold in the US. But because they're a European brand, they also have many sunscreen offerings that are only available in Europe and not in the US. Why are these not available in the US? So the reason why this Isden sunscreen is not allowed in the US is because it contains one of the sunscreen filters that is only available in Europe that is not approved here. So the sunscreen filters this one has are avobenzone, octocrylene, ensulazole, and then Tinosorb S. And Tinosorb S is an amazing sunscreen because it covers the entire UV spectrum. It gives really broad coverage, and it's also very photostable, unlike some of the other chemical sunscreen filters, which tend to break down or are not as stable upon UV exposure. Unfortunately, this one is not approved in the US, despite it being a really great sunscreen agent. So I haven't personally tried this Isden one myself. The full name is Isden Fusion Water Water Urban SPF 30, and it comes in this beautiful gold one. It also contains vitamin E, ginger root extract, and ascorbic acid. And so it has a lot of goodies in this one sunscreen. And I'm kind of sad, actually. I'm kind of sad that I can't buy it here because Isden makes really elite sunscreen formulas, and they do have a version of Isden Fusion Water Magic that's in the blue. I actually have it downstairs and I've used it. Very lightweight, more of a watery, kind of milky type of sunscreen, not very thick, not whipped. It's just more light and fluid. And I like it, but it's not my absolute favorite. So I wish I could try this one. In fact, when I go to Europe next, I will be picking this one up. I also really like that Hailey mentions that she puts some on her hands. The hands are a very common place that people forget to apply sunscreen. And think about it, as we're driving, this left side of our bodies gets a lot of sun through the windows. So windows block UVB, but they don't block UVA. And so it is still important to use sunscreen, even though you're, behind a window. So I would apply it to not only hands, but any exposed areas. People also often forget to apply on their ears as well as their neck. So these are just areas for you to think about. And if you absolutely hate applying sunscreen, but you drive a lot, you can also get driving gloves. I have some driving gloves in my car for moments where I don't feel like getting my hands greasy with sunscreen, but I still want some of that sun protection. Let's go back to the rest of her routine.
I'm not somebody who really likes to wear makeup a lot in the daytime. I keep things very, very, very simple. So usually just do the tiniest bit of concealer in just a couple areas for brightening. I'm using a brush right now, but a lot of the time when I'm just home, I literally just take my finger and I just spread it out.
I love how in her makeup videos, her skin is so good that she barely needs to put on any makeup. It's just like a little touch of concealer here, a little highlighter there. And I think that really speaks to part of why Rhode is so successful is because she, as the founder, has built this whole world up around having very beautiful, naturally beautiful skin and not having to use a lot of makeup to cover up. I think that's one of the differences between her line, Rhode, and Kim K's line, because Kim Kardashian is known for her makeup skills and having really gorgeous makeup looks, whereas Hailey is known more for glowy, natural looks, like skin-forward looks. And so I think that's why Rhode has been so successful too, is because Hailey has always been known for having good skin and putting good skin first, rather than using a lot of makeup to cover up skin imperfection.
I'm somebody who is very skincare obsessed. I put a lot of effort into my skin and keeping my skin in good health and keeping my body in good health. So I feel like I want to not cover it up too much.
I'm gonna skip ahead here because I'm not a makeup artist. Okay, next is freckles.
Sometimes when I'm running out to the gym, I will just do a little bit of face mist and I'll brush up my eyebrows and just put freckles on because I like the enhancement that the freckles bring. I feel like enhancing your freckles gives like a youthfulness to your skin.
I love that freckles are in because for a long time, freckles were thought of as sun damage. And it's true that you get more freckles with more UV damage. But I think with people, with celebrities like Hailey and other people on social media, actually drawing in freckles here and there with a freckle pen for accentuation, it makes all of us a little bit more accepting of you not needing to have a completely mark-free face in order to have good skin. Okay, let me just jump ahead to her lips.
These are our lip contours. And the reason that I made these was exactly for what we're discussing in this video. A really natural, just enhancing the natural lip, giving a little bit more fullness and volume to the lip. All of the things I make at Rhode are these really hybrid products where it's like skincare and makeup combined. And with the lip contour, it really is infused with great skincare, and I wanted it to be that way because I wanted it to be super, super natural.
Okay, so now I want to look up her Rhode lip contour because I actually have not used it personally, and I'm curious because she said it is skincare. I'm curious what is in it. So let me pull up the ingredients here. So it says peptides and fenugreek extract, a short chain of 3 amino acids that help soften the lips for a smoother appearance. And then fenugreek extract is to enhance the look of lip volume. Okay, so looking in the full ingredient list, I see one peptide listed, palmitoyl tripeptide 1, and let's do a little breakdown of what this does. So this is a peptide that can help to stimulate collagen and extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix is kind of like the other stuff that helps make up like the cushion and the filling of the skin. This one is commonly found in a combination to make something called Matrixol, which I've definitely seen in other anti-aging products that help with collagen, stimulation, and plumping. However, that's usually in a complex, and I rarely see it on its own. So if you're asking me, does this really help you plump your lips? I don't know, but I think as a makeup product, I'm sure it does a good job of lining your lips, and it can help your lip look fuller just because of the lining. I don't know if it's actually because of this peptide that you're gonna see the effects of plumping, just being honest here.
That little bit of makeup is, I'm gonna go back in with the face mist just to give a little more rehydration
Back in with the
on my
face
skin.
mist.
And it brings back a really nice glow to the skin. I love this mist also for if I've been in makeup for like hours, but I don't want to take it off and I want to refresh it and I want to bring hydration back to my skin, I will use this mist and it'll just be the perfect thing to kind of give life back to the makeup. So with this look, I'm off to just run around town.
Oh, and that's it. Okay, so I guess that was the last step. Was she put on the hydration spray again? I actually haven't heard of that, doing that as a way to hydrate your skin again after makeup. I guess it would make sense, and it can give you a little bit more of that dewy look. I've heard of, and what I typically see more of, is people using a setting spray, and maybe they make a hydrating setting spray, I'm not sure. But that's interesting. I think I'll have to try that hack. So I thought that was really interesting to go through the queen of skincare herself, Hailey Bieber's skincare routine, at least the morning edition. I would love to see the PM edition as well. I feel like she is just someone who really knows a lot about skincare and also obviously has great genes, but also takes really great care of her skin too. So let me know what you think. Have you tried Rhode products before, specifically the ones that are in this video? I would love to know about your experiences and whether you would recommend these products. And of course, if there's any other celebrity skincare or makeup routines you want me to react to as a dermatologist, please comment and drop the link below. Don't forget to hit subscribe so that you never miss a video from me, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.